Damn, sure is quiet.
暇だな。
Before long, we end up renting out all the tubes and floats there are. So, like, what do we do now?
すでに貸し出されるべきボートたちは全部なくなってしまったからな。戻ってきたものをまた貸し出すにしても、2人は必要ないだろう。
Pretty much.
ということで、この場は我が輩に任せろ。イベ限定パピシアちゃん来い来い来い。
Dude, what the hell? We are at the fucking beach and you're playing that damn mobile game?
黙れ。今はイベント期間中なのだ。うわっ、緊急メンテ。まだスタミナ消費していないのに。
We're on the clock, so focus on work and not your addiction, please. Yeah, he's right though. The both of us aren't really needed anymore. Still, I can't just like up and leave my post. Bored, I peer into the store and catch a glimpse of the manager. Excuse me, sir, I was wondering if I could ask you something. Shit, is it the Yakuza? Are you here for my money? Huh? Oh, nothing. Forget I said that. No, wait, I can't just ignore that. Do the Yakuza legit come to the store? Oh, nothing. Forget I said that. What? Don't repeat yourself. What are you, Villager A? Ahaha, so then what do you want to ask me? Is everything alright? Yeah, I was just wondering if there was anything else for me to do since we've rented out all the swim stuff. Oh, that's just wonderful. Well, right now our sales girls are... Kara is wearing a school swimsuit, hmm?
食種焼きそばいかがですか？そんなコラボカフェみたいなメニューはない。
Little girl. Oh, tentacles! Tentacles sound yummy.
どやしてる場合じゃないだろ。小さい子に聞かれたらなんて説明するんだ。
The storefront is in pure chaos. Huh, what do we got here? Hey, wanna stop in and grab a bite to eat? I'm starving. But the comedy act seems to be just the right thing to convince the beachgoers to check the place out. There's not a lot formed yet, but I imagine it won't be too long at this rate. Ha ha ha! Those ladies look like they're holding down well. I guess you can help out inside then. You can either do the kitchen or the floor. Take your pick. I get to pick? I'm after whichever is easiest, but of course I can't say that. I take a quick survey of the store interior.
ご注文の焼きそ。コーラじゃなくてウーロン茶？失礼しました。
The floor, the wide-filled area full of guests eating and chatting merrily, and standing in the middle of that commotion is my sister, panicking and stuttering and running every which way. She's working hard, alright, but hard work does not make good work. She's having a hell of a time out there. You know, I don't think she's ever worked a job in her life. Maybe just, like, throwing her into the thick of it wasn't such a good idea. Suzu standing at the sizzling stove with tongs in hand as she makes yakisoba. The large stove is located near the entrance to the place. This allows the mouth-watering smells to drift outside and entice potential customers. She's doing a decent enough job cooking, but she seems to be struggling to keep up with the growing number of orders. They both could use some help, but I can only choose one. Help Nanaru out on the dining floor or help Suzu make yakisoba. Well, looks like it's time to choose the route I want to do for my first read-through, well, I kinda like them both equally, but Nanaru has something that Suzu doesn't have, and that is twin tails! So, let's help Nanaru out. I think I'll help out on the floor. Wonderful, thank you so much. I can't bring myself to ignore poor Nanaru when she looks like she's having such a rough time. I head over to her as the manager walks back into the kitchen.
はい、4名様、こちらのおせ。すみません、今片付けますので少々お待ちください。ご注文の品以上でよろ。すみません、失礼しました。すぐにたこ焼きをお持ちします。
The dining room area has been filling up progressively more ever since noon. Which means Nanaru, who is in charge of serving everyone here, has been getting more and more overwhelmed. What the heck are you doing, Nanaru?
お兄ちゃん
I grab hold of her on one of her speed rush trips between the kitchen and the floor. She's never been the serious type, but it's still rare to see her this flustered. There must be some other reason besides the restaurant's busyness. What are you screwing up for so much? Everything alright?
なんないのよ
Huh?
覚えらんないのよ
Sorry. Repita, por favor.
聞こえないポーズやめろよ俺
Dodge! I evade her punch by a hair's breadth. I then spin around like Sonic before turning to face her again. So, what are you saying, sis?
宅番号が覚えらんないのよ
Really? That shit's simple. Going from there, it's 1, then 2, 3, 4. I point to each table as I say its number.
無理無理無理むしろお兄ちゃんなんで覚えてるのよそっちの方が理解できない
Why are you flipping out at me?
箸が転んでもムカつくお年頃なの
Man, girls in puberty are a royal pain in the ass.
思春期って思春期って切ると中国人っぽいよね
Does it? How do you calm down this quick?
なもん覚えられるか
Is your brain functioning properly? Like, what the hell is up with you? She's gone way past the point of mood swings. This is full-on bipolar disorder. At this rate, she's gonna cause problems for the customers and the manager, which means I've gotta step in and fix things. Fine, fine. Just give me a second, I'll do something.
お兄ちゃんどこ行くのよ
Don't worry, Nanaru. This isn't just your fight. It's our fight.
メガネかけた小学生探偵みたいなこと言わないでよ人が死ぬでしょ
You've been watching too much anime. With not a second to waste, I rush over to the manager who is working inside the store. Boss, do you have a moment? Oh god, what is it this time? Are the deep ones here to take me? What the hell, Cthulhu? Is this sea haunted? Oh no, forget I said that. So, what can I help you with? He beams at me, but underneath that smile I sense something very ominous. I go ahead and ask him timidly. Could I get some note paper? Just one sheet. And some tape, if possible. We've got some tape right here, and note paper. Huh. Will this work for you? Will be perfect, thanks. I give him a nod of thanks before taking the tape and what appears to be a misprinted piece of printer paper. I then rush back to my sister, who, much to my surprise, is waiting patiently despite how disoriented she was a second ago.
何なの
Just give me a sec and you'll see. I fold the paper into a rectangle, then hand tear it. After that, I use a pen to write down the necessary information before handing the sheet over to Nanaru. And done. Here, for you.
何これ
Just a basic map of the restaurant. Stick it on the back of your clipboard and you'll be able to check it anytime. She hands over her clipboard, upon which I flip it over and attach the map to it with tape. Whenever you get confused, just give it a look. Also, keep calm. No matter what, if you panic, you just make it that much harder for you to remember.
お兄ちゃんありがとう
She gives a vigorous nod as she takes back her clipboard.
ナナル料理溜まってきたごめんなさい
And just like that, she flies back to the kitchen area. This is for table 4.
はいと4番は
She flips her clipboard over and double checks before picking up the tray.
お待たせしましたラーメン2人前とイカ焼き1つですね
Ah, sweet! Food's here! Seems she didn't make a mistake this time. She comes back over here, a look of relief on her face. This one's table 17.
17
She once again checks the clipboard before picking up the dish.
お待たせしましたチャーハンですね
Thank you, waitress lady.
こちらこそ
The joy on the small girl's face has Nanadu grinning from ear to ear. Yep, that's how it should be. Nothing suits Nanadu better than a big old smile. Gotta roll up my sleeves and get to work too. I can't just stand here daydreaming while my little sister does all the work. Time to show her what I'm made of. Boss, give me some food to run. Sure thing, this is for table 10. And Nanadu-chan, this is for table 15.
Hi!
Nanadu and I alternate taking orders and carrying the food out.
お待たせしました。はい、焼きそば3人前ですね。
That panicked, teary-eyed Nanadu is a thing of the past now. She wears a giant smile on her face as she almost dances around the floor. I keep it up myself, refusing to succumb to the pressure as the number of customers grows and grows. Delinquent A. Uh-oh. The hell? We ain't never ordered this much yakisoba. I suddenly hear angry shouting. What's this? I was right in the middle of taking an order to the manager when I heard that raspy voice. I swiftly turn around and locate where it came from. I spot a group of ragtag looking guys with hair dyed all sorts of garish colors. And they're staring directly at Nanadu.
でも注文では確かに焼きそば4人前って。
Girl, we done only ordered 2 yakisobas. You might wanna get your ears checked or something.
すみません。こちらお下げさせて。
The dog sun-tanned arm Sunny grabs onto her arm as she reaches out to pick the plates back up. Heh, we ain't get many girls cute as you out here in the sticks. Where you from, sexy?
何するんですか。話してください。
We ain't about to let all this food go to waste, you feel? Just cause you fucked up ain't mean it's all gotta go in the trash. So, as a little thank you for covering for ya, hang out with us some after you get off. That sound good, baby?
困ります。
Don't worry, be happy.
やめて、話して。
She tries to pull her arm back, but the jerk refuses to let go. The smile I worked so hard to put on her face is gone. She's in distress and looks about to cry at any given moment. Please stop that, sir. Unable to bear it any longer, I run over to my little sister and shield her from the ruffians. Yeah, who the fuck are you, kid?
お兄ちゃん。
I stare down the men who are glaring daggers at me, making sure Nanadu is behind me. I'm a scrawny nerd, so it goes without saying that I've never been in a legit fight. In all honesty, I'm pretty damn frightened right now. I'm sorry, sir, but this establishment does not allow this kind of behavior. But I sure as hell ain't backing down. This is my little sister, and I'll do anything to keep her safe. Could I please ask you to remove your hands from her? My voice feels like it's about to crack at any moment, but I keep pushing. Unfortunately, I think they've caught onto my nerves. The men stand their ground, grinning menacingly. Oh-ho, and what you gonna do if I say no? I'll have to take legal action. Bro said legal action? Lol, xd. Wait, what's that mean? I'll be forced to call the police. Do you want that? Bring it on, tough stuff. Better hope they arrive before we beat your ass to a pulp and take your babe with us. One of the thugs then twists her arm threateningly. I'm outnumbered, and they have a hostage. The chances of me managing to do anything are slim, but I have to try something. Maybe you want to swap places with her, Mr. Uni-chan? Like I said, I have to protect my little sister. It's my duty.
お兄ちゃん。
I'll go wherever you want me to, so let her go. Hey, fine by us. We'll beat the shit out of you. Then if we are feeling generous, we'll let the girl go. The man lets out a vulgar snicker before standing up from his seat. Oh. Kisu-senpai is silently creeping up behind the guy, holding a broom in her hands. She then gently brushes the bristles down the man's bare back. Eek!
おや、木のを裂くような甲高い悲鳴。それにしても、ボコンボコンってはらんじゃう音みたいですね。
What the fuck? Who dis? The man doesn't take kindly to the surprise attack, but he's clearly lost his momentum.
お客様、 その手を離していただけますか。
痛いけな不女子に手を出すとはな。我が輩二次元至上主義ではあるが、この状況を看過できるほど腐ってはおらぬのでな。
無意味な不女子ディスは許さない。
That's a stretch and you know it.
みんな
The rest of the gang noticed the commotion and came running. But none of them have been in fights either. They have to be just as pissed their pants terrified as I am. Still, not a single one of them backs down in the face of these thugs terrorizing Nanaru. The fuck is this shit? Where are ya goddamn customers? Treat us with some respect. You don't deserve any respect.
生きてるなら神様だって死にますよ。というか殺せますよ。むしろ殺します。
貴殿らの行動は目に余る。
他の神様のご迷惑になりますので。ナナルとの話さぬならば、こちらとて容赦はしないでごじゃる。
We may be wimpy, but we give them the strongest wimpy kid glares we can muster, and they seem to finally understand the situation they're in. Eek! The hell? You saying you wanna go?
望むところです。
You fucking serious?
ソシャゲの課金額で我が輩にかなうと思うのか。
BL 本の重さで圧死させんぞ。からの危機が及ぶと草場の陰から忍びが飛び出すのでござる。
Is that true?
萌えゲーアワード第1回から前回までのノミネートタイトルを全て暗唱できる私にかなうとでね。
What kind of fight is that supposed to be?
格ゲーで勝負だ。
Calm down, Maho. You don't have to join their dumbassery. Everyone's bringing up their specialist subjects, but this isn't fucking Mr. Mind we are on here. What's Mr. Mind? Shit. We ain't gonna win this. They're too good, man. Eek! It worked? Who would have thunk? The moment the thugs flinch, Nanaru shakes her arm free. Nanaru! I wrap my arms around her shoulders as she runs over to me. Tja, you're gonna regret this. We ain't ever coming back to this shitty place ever again. No one is gonna miss ya. Tip! Use sesame oil for great oboro tofu. Where did that cooking recipe come from? The thugs then scram, leaving us with that slightly odd parting remark.
ピリリリン。宗介の料理力が1上がった。
What did cooking have to do with any of that? Like, wouldn't it be my bravery or my strength or something? You seem pretty calm after what you just went through. I stare at my little sis as she remains in my arms. Her limbs are no longer shaking and her eyes have dried up too.
別に平気。ちょっとびっくりしただけだし。兄さん、ナナル、大丈夫？
Suzu comes running over, interrupting our conversation. Yeah, we're all good.
よかった。もう通報しちゃおうかと思っちゃった。
Just one question, Suzu. My eyes are glued to her hands. In one, she has her cell phone. Nothing strange about that. But in the other, why are you holding one of the cooking tongs like a dagger?
その兄さんたちが本当に危なくなったら背後からこれで奴らをそっくりと。
Okay, let's not go all Assassin's Creed on them.
大丈夫、一瞬で終わらせるから。
That wasn't my worry, Suzu. That wasn't my worry at all. Apparently both of my sisters lose their capacity for rational thought when they enter a state of panic. Well, at least we are safe now. Probably.
だとは思うが、ちょっとヒヤッとしたな。
我らの結束力をもってすれば、この程度朝飯前である。
昼飯前でもあるでごじゃる。お腹減った。
そろそろ昼時の時間だな。
The tension has dissolved, and everyone's starting to lighten up. I'll admit, I am pretty relieved too. I heard noise. Is everything okay, kids? Right then, the manager comes rushing over with a look of concern on his face. Oh yeah, Nanadu just got picked on by some rude customers. Oh my goodness! Are you alright, dear?
はい。
I'm glad you are, but if anything like that happens again, come get me immediately. I'm the owner of the store, and I'll see those nasty goons out of here. Thank you, sir.
最初から店長さん呼んどけばよかったんじゃ。
先輩、シーシー。
Hearing that makes me feel like an idiot, truly.
まあ誰一人怪我をせずに済んでよかったではないか。
あわりよければシュペテよしってこちゃう。うん、そうだね。
Come to think of it, it's about lunchtime, isn't it? You kiddos can take turns with your lunch break. I'll go ahead and get some food ready.
いいんですか？
Oh, why of course! You kids have been doing such a good job that our business has been better than ever today. Lunch is on me.
薄い本題ゲット。
先輩、本音がもろバレです。
We start moving in groups toward the break room. You guys can go first.
いいのか？
Yeah, you guys really saved my ass.
じゃあ私も後にする。
No, you go with them. You deserve a break after that incident.
平気平気。それにみんなには助けてもらったんだから、その分くらいは返さないとさ。
Nanaru's back to her usual self. I breathe a sigh of relief in my head. I was worried she might have been a bit more affected by it, but that doesn't seem to be the case at all.
ではお言葉に甘えて。
手早く補給を済ませるので、それまで頼むでこちゃう。任せといて。
The wave of customers has slowed down, but we are still pretty busy. We'll have our work cut out for us while the rest of the crew is on lunch break, but we really owe them one.
さて、みんなが戻ってくるまで頑張りますか。
Oh yeah, let's do this. Right as we are getting back to work, Nanadu stops me.
あとさ、お兄ちゃん。
Hmm?
助けてくれてありがとう。
Hey, it wasn't just me. Everyone helped. As much as I hate to admit it, I was useless.
まあそうなんだけど。
She glances down at the floor, red in the face, before taking a deep breath and saying,
私が絡まれてるのに真っ先に気づいてくれたの。お兄ちゃんだし。だから、ありがとう。
It must be the terror of that incident that's gotten her so meek. So I plop my hand hard on my little sister's head and yell out. You're my little sis! It's my duty to look out for you. I then start rustling her hair as wildly as I can.
髪ぐちゃぐちゃになるから撫でないでよ。
Coochie coochie coo!
だから、やめてって言ってんじゃん。
Can't stop, won't stop. I'm unstoppable, baby.
やめてって言ってるじゃん。
Despite all her whining and complaining, she's not making any actual effort to stop me. Mwahaha! What's that? Trying to say something as to the little girl that still needs her brother to come save her? You're weak.
もう、くっそムカつく。
She shoots me a peeved look before immediately averting her gaze with a harumph.
まあ、でも、助けてもらったし、ちょっとだけね。
She looks off towards the sea, blushing with pursed lips. As I watch Nii-san mess with Nanaru's hair, I feel the jealousy creep up inside me. The moment I realize it, my face flushes red in self-contempt. I shouldn't be feeling that way towards her, not after the harrowing experience she just went through earlier. I understand why I shouldn't, and I truly am glad, from the bottom of my heart, that she wasn't hurt. But I can't stop myself from feeling the way I do.
いいな。
My jealousy rages on like an uncontrollable fire. Since I was the in the kitchen, I was furthest away from the scene. I was so focused on my job that I didn't even notice what was going on until too late. I suddenly heard some noise, then looked out to see Nisan with Nanadu standing behind his back. Upon seeing that, my first thought wasn't to rush over and help. I wondered, what if that was me? What if I wasn't in the kitchen, but on the floor, and those scary men had grabbed onto my arm instead?
私もあんな風に兄さんに助けてもらえたかな。
I'm sure he would have. Deep down, I know that the answer to that is yes. But afterwards, would he have ruffled my hair like he did to Nanadu? Would he have approached me, concerned, and tried to cheer me up? I don't think he would. He would have stayed worried about me even after we got back to work. But
いらっしゃいませ。
can I get you all anything else? It hasn't even been half an hour since, yet they're both back to form, working like the incident never even happened. Had it not been for him checking on her like he just did a second ago, though, they both wouldn't have been able to get over it. At the very least, I wouldn't. Even if I went back to working, I wouldn't be able to keep myself from stealing glances at him every few seconds or so. There's no way that I would be able to recover so quickly after having such a terrifying thing happen to me.
ご注文以上でよろしかったでしょうか。
But she's managing more than fine, almost like she doesn't even remember that it happened. I'm jealous of how strong-willed she is. I wish I could be like she is, but I can't, and it hurts. Still, I have to accept it. Nisan trusts Nanadu, and she trusts him likewise. All you need to do is look at them to realize this. They're both doing just fine individually, without each other's help. During my time away, Nisan and Nanadu have built up a relationship of mutual trust.
負けないもん。
I don't want to admit defeat. I can't. After all, I'm his sister too. Nanadu isn't the only one. I also want.
私
These emotions are like a tangled, complex web, but if you follow them to their root, you'll find that they're surprisingly simple.
兄さんに信頼されたいな。
So that I can carry on without having to worry myself over and over. So that I can be a strong, capable sister that he can be proud of.
今からでもなれるかな。
I just wish I could borrow a little bit of Nanadu's strength. But I have no way of making that possible.